How you doing, sir?
Hey, how you doing?
How are you?
I'm all right.
Pleasure to meet you.
Yeah.
Mayor Mondani, we're here to inspect the home and to make sure everything's up to code.
You're in charge now.
All right,
Give us
ready?
some space.
Tell me where to go.
You want to check the window guard?
Okay.
Okay, 11 is a negative.
The spring balance is broken. This is not supposed to be.
There's a lot of New Yorkers who live with a worry about whether or not the conditions they're living in are actually up to code. It's, I mean, as you can see, it's the city's job to deliver on that.
Yes, and that's very important.
Yeah.
You know,
This specific code we're looking at, the importance of it is for kids.
yeah.
You know,
exactly.
children.
Oh my god. Ah, they mentioned the children. Oh, he's going to get reelected. Like, that's how you get reelected in America, right? You tax the Americans, you oppress the Americans, and then you talk about the children. Ah, the regulations are for the children. Anyway, jokes aside, I really hate these types of takes. Like, the take is really good for online conversation, right? Like, it makes people reach the conclusions. New York City is becoming communist, and everyone nods. It's like, yes, yes, yes. Communism bad. They completely, like, miss actual things that they could use to criticize, because, like, the thing is, there is this thing called burnout, you know? You can accuse New York City of becoming communism so many times until people just stop caring. And in this situation, like, the mayor actually accompanying the inspector is not communism. This can happen literally anywhere around the world. Like, pick any nation. Just pick any nation. The mayor has actually the right to accompany an inspector while they're doing the inspection. Why? Because the inspector works for the mayor, you retard, right? Like, that's not communism. This is like hierarchy. But with that out of the way, what is the problem with this particular video? Well, the first problem is that he's going after small landlords, right? Like, he's not going to go after BlackRock. Because BlackRock is prestigious. Like, BlackRock actually has rights and they have lawyers. And so they're going to go, like, after the little guy and to talk about, oh, a little bit of plaster here. We're going to put a fine. The second issue is that this is a photo op, right? Like, you have the mayor talking about, oh, yes, like, this is the city's job. Oh, yeah, the law, the regulation we put in is to protect the kids. Like, the only thing that is missing is for him to turn to the camera, thumbs up, big smile, vote Mayor Mondani, right? And it's also very professionally done. This is something that Americans haven't realized yet, or probably, like, it works with Americans because they don't know and they don't care. But when you want to make a video seem incognito, right? Like, you're the mayor and you just got a call about someone not following procedure, and so you just put your jacket on and you leave. You don't have the time to get all the camera crew, right? Like, what you want is a broken iPhone that's wobbly, and you catch a couple of clips like that, and it looks a lot more realistic. You know, it talks to the average person. But I want to cover something that's very interesting. Did you notice how housing is getting more and more expensive, but people are having less and less children? Like, how does that make sense? Huh? Does the math check out? Like, the math doesn't check out, does it? Because here is what I'm noticing, right? Like, the boomer generation was having more people than this generation, right? Like, the Zoomer generation is smaller because people are having less children, and yet you have a housing crisis. Like, how's that work, you know? Because, like, when a person dies, when a boomer dies, a house just magically appears. Like, there wasn't a house in the market before. Now the boomer is dead. Boom, the house is there. You don't have to construct it. You don't have to build it. It's like just the boomer died, whoom, a house has manifested itself. The only other thing that can do this is deportations. Like, you deport a family, whoom, another house just appears out of the ether. No other piece of legislation can do that. And so the question is, like, why is there a housing crisis? Like, why are people in New York renting rather than owning? And why is it so expensive? Well, there's several reasons, right? Like, you can't just point to one of them. Obviously, immigration, right? Like, if people move in, they need housing. Like, a house just disappeared. It just vanished. It didn't exist. Like, it was there one day, the immigrant comes in, pff, house just... Where is the house? It isn't. It disappeared, right? So the immigrants are definitely making houses disappear. But what else? Well, regulations, right? Like, regulations, if it's very difficult for the landlord, like if I am a landlord and I know that one day the mayor can appear into my house and put it on television, I'm less likely to rent. I'll just sit on it, and sell it later. Like, that is an option that people can have. You don't have to rent an apartment. They can pass a regulation that says, well, if you don't rent it, you pay higher taxes if you don't live in it. Like, that's fine. I'll live in it. It's okay. I can live in two places, right? And so this is another reason, the regulations. Like, people are less likely to rent. When people don't rent, the house just vanishes from the market. It's like hocus pocus, the house disappeared. Okay. But there is another reason, and no one wants to talk about this reason. Did you know? Like, besides immigration, besides regulation, besides the homeowner associations, there is a major reason why there is a housing crisis right now. And nobody talks about it. Do you know what it is? Well, let's look at the boomer generation. Do you remember, like, pictures with the old family where you have, like, mommy and daddy, 3 children, and you also have the grandparents, and they all live under the same house? Well, apparently that was actually normal for most of human history, right? Like, people live together. What happens in the age of feminism when you have divorces? Like, if you have a family with children and they divorced, what happens? Well, now each lives in a separate place, right? And so when you have a big family under one roof, it's one house. It's sustainable. When you have one person that lives alone like a sandpiper in a mansion, well, he just made a lot of space disappear. And when you have like families of 4, let's say, right? Like 2 children, hypothetically. Parents divorced. Well, mommy lives in one place, daddy lives in another place, children live in another place. Boom, 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 4 houses. 4 houses off the market, right? Now you multiply that and you scale it at a high percentage to apply it to the general population. And you start to understand that this is actually a little bit bigger than the immigration crisis, which, by the way, is big as well. But I definitely think that divorces and encouraging families to divorce, because like if you look at social media, there is a huge crackdown on people suggesting suicide. But why can't we apply that to people suggesting divorces, for example? I'm just saying, because like you go on Reddit and you will notice what I'm talking about. It's so bad that the AIs that are trained on Reddit, so like ChatGPT and Gemini, if you ask them any type of relationship advice, they usually talk about breaking up. Why? Because that's the database they've been trained on, right? Like on Reddit, husband snores. What do you do? Break up. Husband is rich. What do you do? Break up. Literally, that's the only thing they know, right? So like, we live in a culture that glorifies, promotes, and worships divorces, and the financial incentive and the legislation is towards divorcing. And so, make it make sense, right? Like, if you have a woman and she's married a rich man, and that rich man doesn't do anything wrong, but she just files a no-fault divorce, because she wants to. She just wants to divorce. No reason. Like, she doesn't need one. She takes half his shit. Like, there is a financial incentive to break the contract that you made when promising that you'll be married until death does you apart. So, like, how can I blame women for it? Like, they're smart business people, right? The government is to blame, and the people that don't wake the fuck up. This is another thing, like, people are upset about women and how society does it, and it's like, look, it's true. But women actually fought these battles, not the women today. But like in the past, women got together, they pitched resources, they used money, they used networking, they did everything they could in order to win victory after victory. They got the little hat people on their side, they dominated culture, they did everything. And so, of course, they're going to reap rewards, right? Like, isn't this fairness in the universe? Like, if you work hard for something, you deserve it. And so, like, they created something they deserve. The question isn't like, should we be angry? The question is like, what are we doing about it? Where are our grouping? Where are our networking? Where is our struggle? When are we going to start the fight as men? Not necessarily like men. I don't even want to put it like that. Like, putting it as men is unfair, because I don't think like men and women are to fight with each other. I think they're there to complete each other. But like pro-family people, like the pro-family people, when do we have our struggles, right? When do we start shaming people for divorcing? When do we start organizing and talking about how bad it is to live outside of marriage and try to push for family-friendly legislation? Well, until then, of course, like the status quo remains the status quo, because in the past, people fought for the status quo. The people that fight get to have their winnings. The people that didn't fight, well, they're going to have their own battle. Eventually it will happen, I think. Like, eventually. But, like, the very fact that people don't even talk about it, right? Like, they don't even tie the housing crisis to divorces is very interesting. It's very interesting. Like, why not? Because it makes mathematical sense, right? Like, two people living under one household creates more housing on the market than one person living in one place and another person living in another, and the kids living separately as well. Anyway, right, let me know what you guys think. And as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.